So today we're going to discuss who our students are, what type of students we serve, the degree and certificate options we have, how to get started in those. I'm going to dig a little bit deeper on some of our CTE programs, those career technical education programs that can be completed in a shorter amount of time than our other programs. We're going to talk about why Taft College. We're going to get started through the walking through the steps through success process, and then I'll answer any questions that you guys may have. So I thought our numbers were okay, and then I'm hearing 95,000 and 54,000. Well, we serve 2,500 roughly students per year. That's a full-time equivalent. So full-time students take about 12 units, and we serve students who only take half a unit. So sometimes we're at 7,000, 8,000, even up to 11,000 students, but when we calculated our numbers, we're about a little over 2,500 right now. The majority of our students don't come from Taft, and so that's a common question that students ask before they attend is, I'm not going to know anyone here. You might run into people you know because a very few of our population is from Taft itself. We have a lot of students who drive from Shafter, from Arvin, and even now with the West Side Parkway, we have students who live on the east side because it only took me 35 minutes to get here. And so if you have reliable transportation, or even if you don't, we have the transit that will take students, and it's really not too far of a commute. We have students of all ages, and so we do have a high school special admit program, so students at 16 can attend Taft College free of cost while they're in high school. And we have students all the way to 80, and so our population is diverse in age. Our average age is about 24, and we have our population, about 75% of our students receive some sort of financial aid. And we have, I believe we distributed like $8.4 million last year in financial aid to about 3,000 students. So if finances are a barrier, we do offer several different financial aid options for our students. And as far as the race and gender makeup, we have primarily, we're about 50-50 female, a little bit more male than female, and then primarily Hispanic, white population. So what types of degrees or certificates can we get at Taft College? I teach, and so I'm wanting to ask you guys questions. So can anyone, Taft College offers programs from GED, so if you have clients that you're working with that haven't graduated high school and they want to get their GED, we offer that program. I put together a flyer here with more information. We do not offer the GED prep courses anymore, but we do partner with our adult ed in West Kern to prepare students for this. But for about $140, students can take their GED test. There's more information here. And students who don't have a GED or high school diploma cannot qualify for financial aid. So it's really, really important that they knock out that first step so we can get them into our training programs, which leads me into our certificate programs, these career technical education programs, which are short term. You can complete them as little as 8 to 16 weeks in one semester, or as much as 2 years, depending on how long the student wants to attend school and how many units they can take. And so those short-term trainings are in areas like bookkeeping, but our certificates are stackable, so they'll lead into programs like our associate's degree in career technical education programs. Those typically take about 2 years for students to complete if they're going full-time. And those 2-year programs are going to include general education, so our English and reading and writing and math, but they're also going to include the training, the hands-on training in those CTE areas. So stackable credentials, we get the students from their GED or high school diploma, we get them some hands-on training, build their confidence, and then we work them into the associate's degrees program. So we do have, once students get a certificate or degree, I help coordinate the work experience and internship program. So if they don't have work experience, we can get them some opportunities there, paid internships as well with about 25 different partners around Kern County in about, 6 or 7 different industries. I'll dig into more detail with our certificate and degree programs in CTE a little bit later. We do offer an associate's degree for transfer. So from GED to certificates, associate's degree, and then students who come to community colleges, a lot of them want to transfer to a university. So we do provide I want to say 25 or 26 degrees with a guarantee, which students would come to Taft College, complete their general education, choose a major, maybe psychology, sociology, math, science. There's a flyer that lists all of our programs and degrees here. You guys can grab out front. And the students will complete 60 degree applicable transfer units and be guaranteed a seat at a CSU. So it works out great for our students. We try to keep our students local and encourage them to go to CSUB, but by doing this transfer degree, they can apply to other schools, and they may not get into the school of choice if the school is impacted, but they will be guaranteed upon graduation a seat at a CSU system. Okay. So go ahead and dig a little bit deeper here. I'm going to talk about services first, though. And so people in our community, the majority of the people in our community have barriers. And so barriers can look a lot of different ways, and we have a great student services department which helps work with students to remove those barriers. Some of the barriers that we see typically when we talk about education, I can't afford it. I don't have the money to go to school. And like I had mentioned, about 75% of our population does qualify for some sort of financial aid. That financial aid looks different for each person, but we did award about $8.4 million last year in financial aid to 3,000 students. It may look like a BOG waiver. The BOG waives your tuition fees, but you would still have a responsibility for your books. It may look like a Pell Grant, where the Pell Grant could be, $8,000 per year, so you get disbursements that can cover your books, you get your fees waived, and then you get a check twice a semester with cash essentially that you can use for transportation, that you can use for housing. We try to work closely with our students when it comes to making wise decisions with that financial aid check, because if you do plan on transferring, it's wise to save that money because a 4-year degree is more expensive than a 2-year degree, and there's a limited amount of allocation when you're collecting financial aid. Okay. Another barrier that we have that we encounter with our students is, I don't know, I want to go to school, I want to get an education, but I don't know what I want to study. Okay, so we offer counseling services, not just educational, where we help create a clear pathway for students with registration and enrollment, but career exploration, where we work with them to identify or increase their self-awareness. So what's my personality? What's my skill set? What are my needs? What are my values? How can I make an educated decision about the career I want to pursue? This is so important because statistics show that if students don't know what they want to do, their motivations are going to be lower. And then when motivation is lower, your performance is lower. And then we have students who start but don't finish. And so we do offer those career counseling services, educational services, as well as creating a clear plan. And we recently added on a mental health counselor. So we focus on wellness counseling with our students. If there's social, behavioral issues, personal issues that they're having to overcome, we do have free wellness counseling available to our students, which we're really proud of that right now. So there's a need for it, especially after the incidents that occurred in Las Vegas. So we've had an increase in the services that we've provided. So financial aid and clearing a path is not the only barrier that our students face. There are students who have learning disabilities. We offer free learning disability testing, accommodations to meet any need that the students have. If we don't have the accommodation readily available, we do have funds to support getting that. We have extended opportunity programs and services for students, so EOP programs that help support first-generation students, where you have intrusive counseling techniques, multiple contacts. You're guided with every single step of the way. You get extra vouchers and financial aid. We have a TRIO program, so first-generation students attending. Taft College is very small. We only have roughly 60 full-time faculty members. And so it's that small town feel, and we're able to provide very personalized services to our students. And so there are lots of opportunities, and there are not huge waiting lines to get and qualify for these programs. We also have a student resource center. This is another thing that we're really proud of. We were highlighted at the state level for this. The Student Resource Center provides meals for students, groceries, toiletries, clothing, blankets, basically any type of donation that we can collect, we house in our Student Resource Center, and students can just come in and ask for it. So You don't have to meet necessarily financial aid requirements. You just come in and self-report a need. I'm hungry today, I'm cold today, I have nowhere to stay today, and that need is met. And when we start to run low, I know we have a ton of diapers and baby food, but we did run a little low on that. We just make a shout out to the community, and when people go to Costco, we just grab a little bit of extra and we contribute to our own little student resource center, and it's been used, I don't have the numbers, but it has been used tremendously. And so we're really proud of that. And we have free tutoring services. Once again, because we have such a small population, we're able to provide free tutoring services, and all students are able to get their needs met. If a student comes in and has a need for tutoring and we don't have a professional available, we do make an effort to find someone to meet that need. And then we have dorms available for students. So you guys can come stay, or students can come stay on our campus if they can't commute, and they would have somewhere close to stay. So now I will dig into our CTE programs. I'm not going to run through the entire list right here, but I will touch on a brief description of each of them. If you guys want more information, you can go to our website. There's contact information here, or you can catch me after and I can provide a little bit more detail. If we have time, I will answer some questions as well. So our CTE programs, career technical education programs, are intended to be short-term and get students to work in high demand or high income jobs. So we have accounting degree, a 2-year degree, and certificate. The title's a little bit misleading. We're actually going to be changing a lot of our business-related majors titles. You cannot graduate from Taft College and be an accountant. However, this program is great for students who are wanting to work in payroll, or if you're going to go in a clerical area or going to be assisting accountants. It's short term. The classes are offered in daytime, in the afternoon. If you get the degree, you can complete almost all of the general education online. So it's a great option for our students. Admin services is a clerical degree. We're looking also at changing this. You don't necessarily need a 2-year degree to be an administrative assistant or to work in clerical, but we have a lot of students who come in and they build like office procedures, machine calculating skills, get their Microsoft Office certificates, so Excel, PowerPoint, Access, Word. We build their clerical skills and then put them to work. You can actually work through this certificate in 1 semester. It's about 18 units. So if you go full-time and buckle down, within 4 months, you can be certified in some of these areas. The Microsoft Office certificate is only 6 units. So you can take 4 1.5 unit classes in 8 to 16 weeks, and you can be certified in Microsoft Office. And Microsoft Office, as many of us know who've worked with helping clients or students get jobs, is an important skill to list on just about any resume. So a couple other of our CTE programs, court reporting is actually housed out at West Tech. West Tech is a sister facility to us, and so students would commute to Shafter instead of commuting to Taft to complete these programs, or the career or court reporting program. Criminal Justice Administration and Corrections, a degree and certificate option is available for students in this area. You can't apply for Police Academy or CHP until you're 20, 21. And so students coming right out of high school, this is a place for them to fall, build up some education, increase their marketability and their salaries when they do enter either CHP Academy or Police Academy. Those classes, a lot of them can be completed online. Or in the afternoons as well as during the daytime. A lot of these CTE program classes, we have students who have to work during the day. They're not transfer students where school is primarily their only job. So we try to accommodate with offering online classes and evening classes. We have our dental hygiene program, which is a great option for students. It takes about 3 years to complete, 2 years of actual dental hygiene, general ed, and 1 year of roughly of prerequisites. Students who graduate from this program, which is about 26 a year, will pass the state exam. I think is a 90% plus rate, and could earn $90,000 a year, making their own schedule 4 or 5 days a week, acting as their own contractor or consultant for different dentists around Kern County or outside of Kern County. There is an application process for this program. It isn't as impacted as it once was, but not all students who apply get in. Disability Studies program, this program is being revamped. It focuses on educating people on how to work with those with disabilities. The certificate program is roughly 18 units. It's great for any opportunity or any occupation where you're going to be working with students or people with disabilities. So it's I have it I graduated with it to specialize somewhat in providing services to our student population. So this isn't only an option for someone who wants to do this, as our primary goal, but it's a great addition to a resume for students who are clients who might be working with special populations. Our ECE program prepares students to work as assistants, assistants in the classroom, preschool, basically newborn to 5. We have stackable certificates. We work with, where's Sheila? We work with you guys, and so these classes prepare students to get the license and certifications to work at home or inside a classroom. Our energy technology program is a collaboration with the different industries in Kern County that provide energy. Students are trained in PLCs, electronics, so if you have clients that are very hands-on and aren't so much classroom learners, this is a great option for them. Logistics, agriculture, manufacturing, oil and gas. It's very broad in the skills that it provides. They're transferable skills. We offer these classes at night primarily, and certificates that are stackable. It actually transfers to BC's 4-year industrial automation program, as well as CSUB's applied study program. We have general business. It's very broad, so students who are wanting a general overview of how to operate in an office setting, we will stick them in here. Industrial health and safety, which is another key program that we have. Classes offered online in the afternoons. If they're wanting to enter safety, or if they're already working hands-on in an industry and they want to promote within, getting an industrial health and safety certificate is a great option. Manufacturing, ag, logistics, construction, across the board. Management, welding technology, management, pretty self-explanatory. Welding, it certifies, we have certifications at the state level, not only just I forgot what the welding organization, but it prepares students not only for the Taft College certificate degree, but also to pass the state test. Why choose Taft College? I'm down to 3 minutes, so I'm going to talk even faster than I have been. Why Taft College? We award tons of financial aid. We're not impacted. We're really not that far of a drive from Bakersfield. We have student-centered services, so you're not just another number. We don't have to crank you out. We really get to know what your needs are and help meet your needs. Friendly atmosphere, free parking. We have a book rental program. Book cost can be crazy, but students who buy a $15 ASB card only have to rent books for 30% of the cost. Getting started. It's free to apply. We don't need SAT scores. We don't need a personal statement. Get us your basic information and we'll take it from there. And then I've included the steps to success, but all of this information can be found on our website, www.taftcollege.edu. It should be all over the forms that you guys got. And that is it. I have maybe 1 minute for questions if anyone has questions about programs.
And you're not associated with the Kern Community College?
We are not. We are West Kern Community College District, but we're not opposing. We work together. The VP of our school is partners with the president of Bakersfield College. So we have a great collaborative relationship. When we can't serve students, we refer them to BC. When BC can't serve students, they refer them to us. So it's not a competition. We're all working together to make sure that Kern County has trained individuals to stimulate our economy.